How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the channel. As always, if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. It helps out me a ton. You guys get plenty of fun stuff. So, we got to continue with this whole curse technique explained series I've been doing, and why not do it with the one that's most recently been fully explained in the story? So yeah, we're doing Love Rendezvous today. In the fan translation, at least one of them that I read, it was Love Rendezvous. It was also called Interstellar Flight, which also does make sense, considering the whole star, interstellar, yeah. Alright, so, Love Rendezvous. What does it do? Well, it takes the constellation, the actual real-world constellation of the Southern Cross, and turns it into a whole motif. Now, in the Southern Cross, you typically see 4 or 5 stars. These being the, I don't know the proper pronunciation on any of these, so I'm probably going to be terrible. Gacrux, Ginan, Mimosa, what was it? Acrux, and Imai. So taking these 5 stars, Hoshi can put them in an order in which you have to go to get past one star to the next. This order that you have to go through is not arbitrary. It is from closest to furthest away from the Earth. So, the order I said them in previously, Gacrux, Ginan, Mimosa, Acrux, and Imai, that is the order in which they ascend further and further away from the Earth. So, if you are stuck with the Imai star, and every other star has an anchor point, you, as the Imai, have to touch the Acrux star before you can go to Mimosa. After touching Acrux, you can then go to Mimosa. After touching Mimosa, you can go to Ginan. After touching Ginan, you can finally go to Gacrux, and the order is complete. If you're starting as the Mimosa star, however, you have to do this order either way. So if you want to go backward and touch the Imai star, you first have to touch the Acrux star. If you want to go forward and touch the Gacrux star, you have to touch Ginan first. So it's always stuck in an order. This is why Megami, having the Acrux star on him during the fight, had to go find the parking block that was stuck with the Mimosa star. After touching it, he could then go forward, but until finding that one that was hidden from him, he could not get closer to Hoshi, who had the Ginan star, or the door that he was trying to get to. Well, actually, I don't even think he was trying to get to the door, because he wanted... Anyway, a couple details that go into this. Cursed energy is what is used to mark something with this star. It does raise a few questions for how Hoshi can mark something like a parking block, but keep in mind there are things like residual cursed energy. If more than one object has the same marking on it as the same star, then whatever has the greater cursed energy will pull the other one towards it. Megami was actually able to use this to his advantage by increasing his level of cursed energy to where it was above cone totality, bringing cone totality towards him and being able to grab Hoshi along the way. Something else that is a little bit of a drawback for Hoshi when using this technique is if they mark themselves with a star, then they can't throw as many objects at other people by marking them with a bunch of stars. But if they simply deactivate their own star, they can mark a bunch of stuff and have it just fly at somebody. That's why Megami about got annihilated by like 30 parking blocks. This is also why they were able to mark a car with the same Imai star as Panda had, and the car went flying toward Panda. All they have to do is simply undo the star and then reapply it. It's not like you really have to do anything that special to mark yourself. It's just mark, unmark, mark, unmark, mark, unmark. Pretty simple stuff. So I actually want to put this at the very end. I think this is really a phenomenal support curse technique. Can you imagine Hoshi and Aoi Todo on a team for a second? So Hoshi could mark themselves with the Ginan star, not mark Todo at all, and then mark their opponent with a star that is 2 away from herself. And then when Todo is in close range fighting the opponent, Todo could clap his hands, switching with Hoshi, immediately teleporting Hoshi into close range, but due to their technique, they cannot be in close range. So this would immediately, assumingly, blast the opponent away, and considering Aoi Todo is very good with the positioning of his technique, he could be on the opposite side of the opponent, punch them, clap his hands, they switch places, the opponent then gets blasted away from Hoshi. By the time they figure out what's going on, they're getting blasted back into Todo again, who can just line up a huge, massive shot by piling his cursed energy into his fist like we know he can. It would be almost twice as disorienting as just fighting Todo and anybody else at the same time. It would be so weird to randomly get blasted in other directions by being made to approach the wrong star even when you're not trying to. Todo just makes you do it by clapping his hands and you can't do anything about it because it's pretty much an instant switch. And he doesn't have to be switching the two. All I'm saying is that would be a crazy, crazy duo. Hoshi and Todo. That, I don't know how you could get your bearings in a fight like that. It would be absolutely nuts. So yeah, I think this is a great curse technique for stalling and a great support technique. And I'm sure there's plenty of ways you can use it to destroy a curse, like just, I don't know, mark a boulder and then mark a curse and be like, all right, have fun. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like I said, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. It helps out, means a ton. And I'll see you guys next time. I'm out.